Hey, I'm just jumping on quickly before the video starts because I filmed the video and then totally forgot yet again for the second month in a row to do my empties. So we're going to go through that, but I also just want to say hello. I have about 150 new subscribers. So hey to everybody who's a new subscriber. Thank you for joining me on this channel. I'm really excited for you to get to see what I completed for the month of September and hope you stick around. A bonus to sticking around is that is just to note as well, if you did not see it in my ranking my Sachin Sachdeva books, every month pretty much from now through at least the end of the year, potentially even moving forward, I will be giving away 5 Sachin Sachdeva books of your choosing to lucky winners. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to me, follow me on Instagram, and join the Books by Sachin Sachdeva Facebook group. I did my giveaway on YouTube this past month. This next month I will be doing it in his Facebook group. So if you haven't joined, make sure you join over there to get your chance to enter so that you can get a Sachin Sachdeva book of your choosing. The following month, which will be the month of November, I will do it on Instagram and then come back in December to do it back here on YouTube. So just wanted to say that before I jumped into the empties. I have a couple empties for you here. These are 2 of the Illy markers. They are kind of cheapo markers from Five Below. I do not recommend these. You'll hear a little bit more about it. They are nice because they are a chisel tip on one end and then kind of a fine bullet nib on the other. They kind of remind me of the Towel Tree markers, but these run out of ink incredibly quickly, so I do not recommend them. Next are a couple of CaliArt art markers, which are my go-to art marker. I ran out of Potato Brown, which you guys know is kind of like a just very popular brown color. It is Y623 and R607, a pink. And then I ran out of 3 CaliArt brush markers, another Potato Brown, Vermilion, which is my red of choice that I usually use, and my Y107, which is usually the yellow that I most commonly use. So those are my empties for the month. I hope you look forward and enjoy the completed pages this month. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye. Hello everybody and welcome to Lauren Loves Color. This is Lauren. It is everybody's favorite video of the month and I am late. Yes, I know I am late. If you saw my last flip and review, I've had a lot going on with work and so I haven't really been filming or coloring this past week. And so I took a little bit of time off because I've just been really tired after coming home from work. And so, but I am back. And so I have some finishes to share with you, some completed pages. We're going to walk through that. For the month of September, I did pages out of 23 books. I have a total of 37 finishes. So this is a little bit less than last month, but totally expected for me. And yeah, down below in the description box, if I have time, it's a little bit, like I said, of a rough month for me. With some things going on with work, but if I can, I will link down in the description box the information to all of these books. If you do not see the links and you want a link on Amazon, if you're having a hard time finding them, let me know. I'm happy to get the link for you. I will at least at the bare minimum have timestamps for the color by number books and then the non-color by number books so that you can switch if you want to see one or the other or whatever you want to do. So there will be hyperlinks for those down in the description box at least. So let's start with color by number books. For color by number, I colored out of 15 books. I have 21 finishes. This very first one I have on the top of my stack here is Disney Babies, Carré's Mysteres. This is a Hachette Heroes book that came from Amazon France. I know when I did these during the hurricane. We had kind of a Cat 1 hurricane that came through Houston. I was at the hospital for that night, and so I did some coloring there. So I completed this Simba page, which is really cute. I like to use the dot method. I just use water-based markers, usually Crayola Super Tips. And then I did this page here. So I have 2 completed out of that one. I really enjoy this book. This is just really, really fun and mindless and easy. So yes, 2 more finishes out of that. My very next one is Halloween Spooks, color by Symbol. This is by Alice Mills Publishing. I did 2 in here. These were both with Miss Sweet's Crafting Therapy, Debbie, and Miss Sweet's Crafting Therapy is her Instagram and her YouTube. She is a phenomenal person and friend, and so we did 2 out of this book. We did this cute one, this Spider's Pattern one, and then we also did this one, which is called All That Counts, this Dracula guy. And on this one, I actually used some Ohuhu markers that I know that yellow pages, because for whatever reason on the premium paper, it has not seemed to yellow. So excited about finding that out. And glad to have 2 more done in there. Sachdeva, it was hashtag Sachdeva September for me, and I have to say I was blown away. I was just tallying up all of my statistics for this past month. I had 181 posts, which is by far blows away my hashtag, my monthly hashtag. I have never, ever, ever had that much response to a particular hashtag. So I think that speaks to all of the love that everybody has for Prachi and Sachin, Sachdeva. And so thank you guys for participating and posting. It was really fun to go through and to get to see all of your completed pages. For those of you who are used to seeing my like plans for the month and things like that, I'm not going to do that for the month of October, just because I know with work things are going to be so hectic. So I think to try to make a lot of coloring goals for myself is going to be a bit too stressful for me. So I'm going to take a step back this month. There are a ton of YouTubers doing and the ColorTube community doing different color longs for the month of October with Halloween coming up. So this month I'm really looking forward in participating in those and not as much driving my own and trying to strive to do a lot or push myself. So I'm just really going to take a month off to just kind of relax and just enjoy coloring at my pace when I can, considering everything I have going on with work. Long story short, let's get to the stained glass Egyptian designs. This one I did here on September 1st. I was like, oh wow, I feel like this was like forever ago that I did this one back on September 1st. I did this one for my flip and review for this book. And then I did this one. I think this was a buddy color with Michelle, with Michelle's Boxes of Hues. I think I just didn't mark it. I think it was you, Michelle. I apologize if it was somebody else, but I'm pretty sure it was her. This one was just straight colored with alcohol markers. Yeah, beautiful. This one was another one that I did for Sachdeva September. I love how this one turned out. This is Cakes and Candies. This one, I did this page. So doesn't that look cool? So I used some like cheapo alcohol markers that I had purchased from the from Five Below. I have them right here. These are the Illy dual tip markers. Okay, these are not my favorites. They run out, and I think Kathy from Spicy Cat Colors had told me that they run out super duper quick, and that is absolutely true. Like for example, this kind of pinkish color here, I had done some up here and I got about halfway through this house and it had dried out. Like that's how bad it was. I don't think I had ever used these markers before. They ran out really, really quickly, so I had to go back in with some of my other permanent markers and stuff to kind of fix this a little bit. So I don't recommend these. These are not my favorite. I will use these for some color by number sets. Oops. Uh-oh, I just knocked over a, sorry about that if that scared you, knocked over a drawer of some supplies, but they're totally fine. So I wouldn't highly recommend these unless you have access to get multiple packs of them, because they do dry out extremely quickly. So that is that finished in that one, but I love how this turned out. I used those markers, I used crayon for shading, and then I used Posca pen for some details on here, and love how that turned out. So, so these books, even though super simple book, you can make it look really, really cute. I also did this one, Stained Glass Tiffany Windows color by number. And some of these, I can't even remember what I colored. I did this one with Michelle from Michelle's Boxes of Hues on Instagram. And we did this stained glass picture. I'm having people request that I do a video to show this particular technique. It's super, super simple. It is just outlining in permanent marker, alcohol marker. You can even use water-based markers, which I've done on some. And then I color it in with a corresponding color of crayon. And it's just as simple as that. So yeah, I did this one, and I think that turned out really lovely with the butterflies. I did, you have just seen in my flip and review, I did the Color by Colors Autumn book by Shershneva, and I did these beautiful fall leaves here. I think that turned out really nice. I used my Copic markers in here because brush style markers like Copics and stuff work extremely well on this paper. I did that one. Stained Glass Halloween by Sachdeva, another really, really beautiful book from him. I did that same technique of kind of outlining and then coloring in with crayon with this witch here. Again, I am in love with his use of color. I think he does a phenomenal job, and so this is a really great book. I wish I had more time to color out of this one, but this is kind of right when work picked up, the very end of September for me. Square Halloween by the Belba family. This is their Halloween release for this year. I did this kitty cats here using the X method, and that turned out really nice. It's kind of like a bat cat. Really cute. And then I got this book here. This is the Hachette Heroes book. I had seen Jamie from Jamie's Coloring Love have this book, and I purchased a copy of it. And the reason that I did was because this one, these are single-sided Hachette Heroes Disney pages, and so I did this page here. The thing I will tell you about this book, if you did not hear it in my haul video, is that even though these are single-sided, the paper doesn't take well to markers, and so it ends up kind of streaky, which is kind of disappointing because the whole point is that you would think you use alcohol markers and it's not that streaky, but it is actually streaky. I used my Cali Arts. Those were the worst with streaking, and then I went to switching to permanent marker, and permanent marker did a little bit better, but I can still definitely tell some streaking. These are also the kind of like mystery ones where it has like a corresponding image, like this is the queen from Alice in Wonderland, so it's probably some Alice in Wonderland themed image, but it does have a nice kind of limited palette. Like there's not terribly complex amount of colors there. So a more condensed palette, slightly easier to color, and there's only 50 in here, but I do like that they're single-sided. I'm just a little disappointed in how the paper is responding to alcohol markers. That's my only issue with that one. But I completed Maleficent, and I do like that. It was fun. All right, let's zoom back in a little bit. Stained Glass Nautical Designs, color by number. This was another buddy color with Michelle from Michelle's Boxes of Hues. I'm pretty sure this was one of the very last pages I did. The last page I did is a buddy color this month because work got crazy. I did this one with alcohol marker and then used some various techniques. So if you can see some of that, I did alcohol markers, and then I did a colorless blender over the stones in the back to kind of give it some texture. I used some jelly roll glaze on the water to make it look kind of wet, and then I used various colors of stickles on the shells to make the shells kind of glitter and shine. So hopefully you can see some of that. But yeah, I just had kind of some fun with it and thought it was fun and exciting and different. Next, love this book. This is probably my favorite, one of my favorite books I colored in this month for Halloween related. This is Sachdeva's release from last year, his Halloween color by number, and I did 3 images in here. I did this one at the very beginning of the month as a live video. We colored this one, this Frankenstein guy, alcohol marker, crayon, and white Posca pen. I did that one. The pink cat's a little, funny, but I guess it's supposed to be a little gory and interesting. So we did that one. I did this witch, which I think just turned out amazing. I think this is one of my favorite images of the month. What I used on this one, I used all the same things again, plus I added some stickles to here, here, and here. And I did some dragonfly glaze on kind of the smoke from the fire. And I think you can see some of that shine, that intense shine. And I really like how this page turned out. I think it looks really great. Again, I love the colors in here. I love just the motifs. I just think it's just brilliant. And then last but certainly not least, I did this with Elizabeth. She is ER Joy on Instagram, and I did this page here. All of the same things, but no stickles. There's nothing shiny on this page, but I think this one also turned out really nice. So yeah, so having lots and lots of fun in this book. This one's been a really nice addition, and this was a lovely gift to me from Elizabeth as well. So thank you, Elizabeth, for this book. I have really, really enjoyed this one. That is definitely a staple in my Halloween books for the month. Another new release by Sachin Sachdeva was his 50 Halloween Mandalas. We also now know that there will be a 50 Christmas Mandalas book coming out at some point. So I did this page here with these jack-o'-lanterns and the candy. I've just got some alcohol marker, gel pen, and then white Posca pen on there. So this one was just nice, simple, and fun. A release from his wife, Prachi Dewan Sachdeva, was Love for Fabrics. You know what? I think I am missing, no, that must have been the month before. Prachi Dewan Sachdeva, Love for Fabrics. I did this image here. This was done with alcohol marker, white Posca or white gel pen, and in the kind of background is a confetti crayon. It's actually kind of two different colors of green, so it's hard to see on camera, but in person you can see it and it looks really cool. So yeah, did that one. So this is a really fun pattern book if you're into patterns. Almost done with color by number. Then I did another one with a large print color by number from color Questopia. I didn't even remember I did this page, but apparently I did. So I did this one here with these mushrooms. This is kind of fun, lots and lots of different colors, and it looks like I used palette pastels or pan pastels maybe in the background here. I don't even know that I posted this to Instagram or anything. I kind of had a weird month where I was just exhausted from lots of things with work and stuff, and so I didn't post everything this month. Yeah, it was just a really weird month this month. And then last but not least in the color by number is Happy Halloween by Color Questopia, another really lovely book. I did this one here. My little stickies in a weird spot. I did this one here again, alcohol marker and crayon and white Posca or white gel pen. I did make some changes to the color palette here. I kind of grabbed some random colors. I changed her hair. It was supposed to be dark brown. I changed it to purple. The skull was supposed to be white. I changed it to, my son was with me when I was coloring it, and he's like, that needs to be green. And so I made it like this kind of lime green color or mint green. And then I kind of changed some of the tones in this. I just wanted to use some different colors and just had fun with it. And it was just something real fun and simple. And I kind of tried to do some blending and things with their eyes. I'm not quite sure if it gave a good effect, but I thought it looked kind of neat. And then I did this one. This is a Betty color with Ren. She's at Ren Kelly, I believe. And did this page here. And this I did with alcohol marker and white Posca. I shaded with marker on this one instead of shading with crayon. And I really, really like the look here. I thought this one is one of my favorite pages of the month by far. I think this one's really, really good. I love this book too. And this page, as soon as I saw it, I knew I needed to do it. So had a lot of fun with this one. So yeah, that is Happy Halloween by Color Questopia. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to non-color by number. So for non-color by number, did I mention I colored out of 9 books? I have 16 finishes in my non-color by number books. This very first one is #Colorlines Mandala Night. This is by Sunlife Drawing, and I did the very first page here. I like that some of these are kind of a lot of these are kind of larger designs, easier designs, and so I used towel tree markers, and then I used those Arteza Super Glitter gel pens in here. That some of them are dual metallic. This one slightly is, it's kind of a gold and orange shift. See if I can even kind of get it to shine a little bit for you. You can kind of see that. So I love the color combination that I used here. And these books are really nice, fun, and relaxing. So that was a fun one to do. A lot of you said y'all were going to be picking up that book. Y'all liked that one a lot. This is Easy Halloween by Jade Summer. This is another Joshua Dunbar book, and I absolutely love the Easy series from Jade Summer. I've really, really loved a lot of the books that they have come out with recently. They've been a lot more kind of simplistic coloring along the easy coloring line, and that's kind of right up my alley. So absolutely, absolutely love his easy coloring book that he had come out with, and then this one is just kind of the cherry on top of the tree. So you can kind of see some of the designs are really cool, and I love that they're kind of slightly grayscale. So even just without doing anything to them, they create some really neat images. So I did this one. This was a part of a tutorial for my Dragonfly Glaze. You'll wanted to see how I used Dragonfly Glaze. There's a lot of sparkle on this image. I used Dragonfly Glaze in the Candle Flame. I used it in the Globe, and then I used it on the Gem. So if you're interested in knowing how I use that acrylic paint, you can go back and look there. I used some glitter paint markers, some Jelly Roll Glaze, and then some Jelly Roll Stardust and Stickles as well, just so you can kind of see the difference between the shine on these as well. But I did base this with alcohol marker and crayon, shaded with crayon on this too. So I love how this one turned out. I also did this one. This is the very first one that I did in the book. And this one is alcohol marker crayon, and then the background is Jane Davenport palette pastels. I just picked a Halloween color palette and just went for it, and I just absolutely love it. I think this is great and really showcases Joshua's just amazing artwork and talent. So I think this one turned out really, really nice. And then this very last one was a buddy color with At My Crazy Coloring World, Anne, and we buddy colored and did this one. And this one here was alcohol marker. The background was, I think, Distress Oxides, and then I think I did some palette pastels over it. I'm not terribly pleased with the backgrounds. I did a washi tape border. I'm not even necessarily that pleased with the washi tape border. I did some stickles kind of on the jack-o'-lantern just to give him some extra shine. This one I kind of feel like okay-ish about. I think it's mostly the background that's bothering me. I wish I had done something a little bit different. I used some black paint marker to kind of create some stars. I don't know what it is. I really have a hard time doing stars. I don't know. It always ends up looking like snow to me. And even somebody had commented, I think on my Instagram, like, oh, I like your snow effect. And I'm like, dang it, I created snow again. And so give me some tips, give me some advice on snow, because I really need to figure all of that out. So, yep, so completed that one. So I got 3 done in this book, which was really good. I think the Halloween book of the month by far was Jade Summer's Cute and Spooky coloring book. I did 2 Betty colors out of here, and this is just an adorable book. I almost flipped it, but I was like, oh my gosh, so many people have flipped this book. It's insane. I almost have all the pictures memorized now. You can see some of my background stuff is rubbing off. I'll talk about that in just a minute. I did this one. This one was with @AmandaDowney on Instagram, and I did this page here, which I absolutely love. It's kind of like the Venus flytrap, alcohol marker, crayon, and then I used a lot of stuff for accents. So I used some stickles in her eye, and kind of the eyeshadow and blush, and on the spider here. I don't know if I can get that to shine or not. Yeah. And then I used, what is it called? Glossy accents for the lips, the little drip here, and then the kind of spit down here. And I used some stickles around the little danger sign as well. For the background, so I actually colored this page during the fall coloring tag. You guys will see that Michaela Renee posted. I will probably post that video right after this one. You'll see me actually color this photo, and the background looks different. I did go back after that video and add a little bit more. I used some different palette pastels and pan pastels to come up with this. You will see people ask me all the time, do I use a fixative on this? And I don't. I don't use a fixative spray or anything. I probably should, but I'm just too lazy. And so you'll see it will rub off on the back of your page, but it doesn't impact really the coloring on the page itself. So it doesn't really bother me that much that it rubs off. So if it bothers you, you definitely can and should do that. The next one I did with Meg from Meg's Art Atrium, and I did this page here. I used my Ohuhu pastel markers and crayon on this one. I kept it real simple and easy, and think she turned out pretty cute. Pan pastels or palette pastels maybe in the background on this one. I don't exactly remember what it was that I used, but pastels of some kind in the background. Looks like maybe 2 or 3 different colors. And yeah, that's all I did out of Cute and Spooky. Then for this book, you guys will have seen me just flip and review this book. This is the Sally Berry Big Easy Large Print Coloring Book. I did 2 pages out of here. I did this very first one here. This one, I did just alcohol marker and then just a little bit of white gel pen. The background is actually paint. It is glitter acrylic paint. I used about 3 different colors here to kind of create this really deep purple color. And that was fun. I had never practiced something like that before. I just used washi tape around the border and just had fun doing something simple with this one. I also did this one here, which is kind of like this cup of fall drink. And I used some pan pastel in the background, alcohol marker, crayon, and Posca pen. And then getting down to the bottom, this was Out of Summer by Jade Summer. I had somebody ask me, I did a tutorial this month on these sheet protectors to kind of try to help the yellowing from sinking through to the next page. And somebody said, well, can you color on the page that has yellowed and then with those same markers and then see if it bleeds through the sheet protector? And I was like, absolutely, I can do that. So I did this page here and I did it towards the end of the month, and I absolutely love how this turned out. I'm going to take the sheet protector off just so you can see the page a little bit better. So I used the Ohuhu markers. I think my husband just dropped something. So I used the Ohuhu markers that I know that yellow. And I used some stickles here on some of the dots, some white gel pen, crayon, kind of my usual. And I moved my blotter page, so there's a little bit of bleed through here, and I was like, ah, dang it. But I haven't seen yet any yellowing come through after using a sheet protector. But you can see I did this on September 28th. It's October 3rd when I am filming this, so I need to give it a little bit more time. Oh, I do want to show you guys. Ooh. So for those Ohuhu markers, I did keep the swatches. I did film, I think I talked a little bit about this in one of my videos at some point. I did film a video for Ohuhu to show them the issue with the yellowing. They were interested to learn a little bit more about what the yellowing was and the impact and how how did I know that they were actually yellowing, etc. And so I did film a little video for them and sent that to them. They have looked at it and are investigating it. So I did some swatches. So if you're interested in seeing this, I'm just going to show this to you very briefly. They sent me another set of the same markers just to be like, okay, maybe you had a bad set of markers. So these were my originals. These were the new set that they sent me. And I swatched a lot of the oranges and reds because those are the ones that have the problems. And you'll see, and I used blotter pages in between when I swatched them. You can definitely see the yellowing from some of the reds and things. So over time, and it took approximately 2 to 3 weeks for the yellowing to start, and now it's been a while. But you can see these 3 markers here definitely in that set have yellowing issues and yellowing problems from the reddish dyes that are used in the marker themselves. So those are those Ohuhus. Here's what the Cali Arts look like. So the Cali Arts are ones, and this is why Cali Arts are like my go-to marker, is because if you look here, there's absolutely no yellowing. Nothing. I see no yellowing from the Cali Arts, and so this is why I use Cali Arts. They are my marker of choice, is because I don't have problems with yellowing. I do have some Ohuhu markers, and I will use them, but I have just found over time, at least the set that I have yellows, and I've heard of other sets yellowing too that are Ohuhus, and it's just disappointing because they have a really nice, beautiful range of markers. And I don't know that all marker sets do. It's just the ones that I have seem to be the issue, which are the skinny barrel Ohuhu markers. I would reach for them and get them for you, but if you're interested in knowing which one's yellow, please comment down below, and I'm happy to show them to you. Okay, let's just keep going. 50 Safari Miniatures by Camelia Angelkova, also a really, really popular book, probably my favorite in the series that she's released thus far. Also, thank you. I had a subscriber, Shelby, reach out to me because apparently she released a Halloween book, and because I've been so busy, I had no idea she came out with a new book. So I did order that one too, and I'm curious to see that. Apparently it's black background. That I thought was interesting. I always like to do the title pages in the book first. So of course I did this one of this super cute little giraffe. It's the same mediums again that I always use. Alcohol marker, crayon, gel pen. I did some palette pastels in the backgrounds. It looks like I did some glitter in the eye. Really cute. Maybe some glitter gel pen in here as well. Very subtle glitter. Then I did a buddy color with Michaela Renee, with this one, with this little tiger, and I love this so much. I thought this turned out really, really cute. I think I used brush markers, Cali Art brush markers, crayon, and yeah, absolutely love how this one turned out. Palette pastel again in the background. Looks like I used some stickles in the crown up here and on the jewel here to give it a little bit of sparkle. And then I did another one here. This I think is my most liked image ever on Instagram, and I just thought that was so interesting. This image not only has been liked so many times but shared multiple times. I'm like, I think it's super cute, but I don't know if it's the best thing ever that I've colored. And I keep saying Ever. This is a buddy color with Ever, so we did it. So thank you, Ever, for asking me to do this page. And so I just chose 4 different kind of complementary colors: alcohol marker, crayon, gel pen, metallic gel pen on like the little nails, and then I did use stickles on the turtles, just in like little dot formations to give them some additional texture and shine. Not sure if you guys can see that or not, but it's very, very glittery, and I think they're really, really cute. I love all the different signs. If you haven't seen Ever's yet, I suggest going to their Instagram because Ever did something really cute and with the signs. So I'll just leave it at that. Go check out Ever's Instagram, and you'll get to see it there. And then last in this book, I did with Danny Buttons. She did a group buddy color, and so I did this one here. I think I used Ohuhu pastel alcohol markers here, crayon, and I just kept this one super, super simple. I didn't do a lot of fancy work or anything in here. I just wanted to just have an easy time coloring, and that is what I did that night. There's no glitter or anything on the page. And yeah, but I really love how big the images are in here. They feel bigger to me, and the line work feels slightly thicker and darker, and so I'm living for this book. I'm loving the Safari Miniatures, and just love the miniatures line for Camelia Angelkova. I think it's great. Chibi Animals Grayscale. This was a lovely gift from a subscriber, Shelby. And I did this page just in her honor since she provided me with this book, and think it turned out really cute. These are all like super cute, almost kawaii style grayscale animals, and so I just kind of chose random markers and went to town. Really like how it turned out. That hippo just looks so happy. So yeah, just use marker, crayon, and gel pen on this one. I think that looks really cute. There's like a mosquito in here. And then 50 Summertime Miniatures. I did a buddy color out of this book, and I did this one with Shelby from @Shelby's Coloring on Instagram, and we did this puppy dog guy here. This feels like forever ago when we colored this. So towel tree markers, crayon, gel pen, the Norm palette pastels in the backgrounds. I think the puppy dog turned out super cute. Happy to get in kind of a last summertime image before fall came around. And then last but not least, I completed a page in 50 autumn miniatures. And this one I did with Haley, with at Coloring with Haley. She also has a YouTube as well. And I did these cute little squirrels. Towel tree markers. Did I do towel tree markers? No, this might have been my Ohuhu pastel markers now that I'm looking at it. I bet you these are my Ohuhu pastel markers. Crayons. I did a little bit of Jelly Roll glaze on the little soups here. Used some different palette pastels for the background, and I do have some glitter gel pen in the eyes of the squirrel. I think that turned out really, really cute. So tried to create something a little bit different for fall. Again, tried to create a night sky, and I think it looks like snow, but you know, that's just my norm. All right, everyone, so that concludes my video for this month. I want to thank you all for joining me today, looking at my completed pages. I hope you had a great month coloring as well. I'd love to see your pages. Feel free to tag me on Instagram, or let me know what you colored this month. What was the favorite book or favorite picture that you colored, or what's something you're looking forward to coloring this next month. I hope you all have a lovely rest of the week, rest of the month. I will see you again soon. Talk to you soon. Bye.